So in this video we have taken equation on stability of systems. So this equation yn is equal to minus 3 into xn minus 1 plus 2 into yn minus 2 minus 3 into x of n. So this equation represents a causal system since there is no future term in this equation. If any future term like x of n plus 2 or x of n plus 3 should there, then this equation should be a non-causal system. So now when we have to find the stability, we look for finding the impulse response of the system. So for finding impulse response, we know that yn is equal to hn when xn is equal to del n. So that is when we have the input as impulse input function del n, then the output becomes equal to the impulse response hn. So from the given equation, so if we replace yn by hn in the left hand side, then we can write minus 3 into x we will replace by delta impulse function, so delta n minus 1 plus 2 into y means h. Now y of n minus 2 becomes h of n minus 2 minus 3 into x means del, so delta n. So this is the equation now for finding hn. So we can start putting the values of n is equal to 0 and so on, n is equal to 1. So we can do like this. For n is equal to 0, h0 will get as minus 3 into delta 0 minus 1 plus 2 into h of 0 minus 2 minus 3 into delta 0. So now h0 is equal to, so minus 3 into delta minus 1 means delta impulse response. You know that this is defined for at n is equal to 0, it is 1. So this is delta n. So it can be having a value delta n minus n naught will be equal to 1 at n naught if there is a shift of n naught, but delta of minus 1 is not equal to 0. It is equal to, or delta of minus 1 will be equal to 0. Okay, next 2 into h of minus 2 minus 3 into del 0 means 1. 3 into del 0 means 1. So here we have to see these values, like, so if you take 3 into del minus 1 equal to 0 plus 2 into h of minus 2 minus 3. Now this h of minus 2 is not known to you, since we know that this system is causal system. In question the given system is causal system. So for a causal system the impulse response is like this. For t greater than 0 it will have some value, and for t less than 0 its value will be 0. Okay, so since minus 2 will be lying in this direction, so its value should be, h of minus 2 should be equal to 0. So putting this value as 0, we will get the value here as equal to minus 3. Okay, similarly we can calculate the other values also here. So if we put 1, n is equal to 1, then we will get h1 is equal to 3 into delta of 1 minus 1 plus 2 into h of 1 minus 2 minus 3 into delta of 1. Now look, this is del 0, so you can write 3 into 1 plus 2 into h of minus 1 minus 3 into del 1 will become 0, so you can write into 0. So this is equal to 3 plus So h of -1 for causal system is 0, so you write 0 minus 0, so it is equal to 3. So this becomes 3. Since we have a symbol here like negative, so the first term was negative, so we have to keep that value here, minus symbol, so we'll get -3 as output. So next, for n is equal to 2, if we put n is equal to 2, so h2 is equal to minus of 3 into delta of 2 minus 1 plus 2 into h of 2 minus 2 minus 3 into del of 2. So this becomes del 1. So del 1 is 0, h of 0, and this del 2 is also equal to 0. So you have thus 2 into h of 0. So h of 0 we have already calculated as -3. So this becomes -6. Next, for n is equal to 3, you will get h3 as equal to -3 into del of 3 minus 1 means del 2 plus 2 into h of 3 minus 2 means your h of 1 minus 3 into del 3. So this 0, this is 0, so you have 2 into h1, so h1 was -3, so it is also -6. 2 into -3 becomes -6. So similarly, you continue calculating for n is equal to 4. H of 4 will be equal to -3 into del 3 plus 2 into h of 2 minus 3 into del 4. So here also this term 0, this term is 0. So 2 into h2 means h2 was your -6, so it is equal to -12. For n is equal to 5 also, h of 5 is equal to -3 del 4 plus 2h of 3 minus 3 del 5. So this is 0, this is 0. So 2 into del h, 2 into h3, h3 was your -6, so 2 into h6, so it is equal to -12. Okay, so next, for n is equal to 6, if you calculate h6, then you will get -3 into del 5 plus 2 into h4 minus 3 into del 6, so that is equal to 2 into h4 means -12, so it is equal to -24. So this way you will get the values. So now for stability of the system, we need to find the summation of n is equal to 0 to infinity mode of hn. So before that, we need to find hn from this. If you write hn, so its value will be h0, h1, and like this, whatever values are coming. So these values will be here. h0 was -3, h1 was -3, h2 was -6, h3 was -6, h4 was -12, h5 was -12, and so on. So all the values we have not calculated, but this will go like this. Okay, so you look at this equation, this equation of hn. So hn can be written like, so you see these values are common, -6, -6, -12, -12. So whenever we are finding this sum, n is equal to 0 to infinity mode of hn. So mode of hn, this summation will be like this: mode of -3 plus mode of -3 plus mode of -6, mode of -6 plus dot dot dot. So this way you will get 3 plus 3 plus 6 plus 6 plus 12 plus 12 plus dot dot dot. So if you take common 3 here, then you will get 2, 2, then 4, then your other term is your 3 into 12, 12, 24, this will be 8. So like you will get this equation, okay, because 3 into 2 3s are there, so that is why I'm writing this. 2 6 equal to 12, so 12 means 3 into 4, 24, 12 plus 12, so 24 is equal to 3 into 8, so that is why I'm writing 3 into 8. So next, if we see that this equation here 2 4 and 8 are in a geometric series, because the first term was 2 here, so first term was 2, next term is 2 into 2, next term is 4 into 2. So if you see, this is the first term, and we have a common ratio of 2 for every term. So we know that for geometric series, when there are terms like ar square plus ar cube plus dot 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 plus n terms, so this is given as a r to the power n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. If an infinity series is there, ar plus ar square plus dot 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 infinity terms is there, then this equation becomes ar to the power infinity minus 1 divided by r minus 1. So if r is greater than 1, so this r to the power infinity becomes infinity. That is why the summation becomes infinity. The summation ar plus ar square plus dot 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 infinity becomes infinity if r is greater than 1, or if r is less than 1, then what happens? Suppose r is equal to half, okay, so r is equal to half, then your this half to the power infinity means 2 to the power minus infinity, so any value to the power minus infinity becomes 0. So if you put this equation a r to the power a into r to the power infinity minus 1 divided by r minus 1, so this terms becomes 0, so you will get minus a by r minus 1 or equal to a by 1 minus r. So that is the equation, that is the equation ar plus ar square plus dot dot plus infinity is equal to a by 1 minus r if r is less than 1. Okay, so now in our case the series was like this. In our case the series was the summation of n is equal to 0 to infinity mod of h of n was like this. So if you take 3 common, then 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus dot dot dot. So here a is equal to 2, r is equal to 2. So r is greater than equal to 1. So that is why the equation, if you take this series, is an infinity series. Infinity series. So the summation will be equal to 3 into a means 2 into r to the power infinity means 2 to the power infinity minus 1 divided by r minus 1 means 2 minus 1. So since 2 to the power infinity is infinity, so whole term will be 3 into infinity means infinity. So we know that since infinity, since this is equal to infinity, so unstable system, because the sum of impulse response is infinity, that is why the system will be an unstable system. So this can be also decided from the question also, like here if you look at this equation, we have already know that if the coefficient of the past term yn minus 2 is greater than 1, so then system becomes unstable, or if the coefficient is less than 1, then system is stable. So we had this term as greater than 1, so that is why we get a system which is a unstable system.